Good evening, everyone. I'm Elsa Sharu Johnson from NIT Tiruchirappalli, here to give the PMRF TA session on week 3 assignment of CS68 Python for data science. So I hope you are in the process of solving the week 3 assignment. Khwaja, you can get the recording for the live sessions from the problem solving session tab on your course screen. I'll show at the end of the session. So you can expect some pause in between since I am admitting the people right now. So I'll start with the session. So this week we are looking on the week 3 assignment of the previous run course. This is similar to your present assignment that you are expected to solve, and I'll start with the first question. The data from the file branddata.csv has to be loaded into a pandas data frame. A snippet of the data is shown below. So Shubham, it's okay, you can go with the questions that I'm discussing right now and later go back through the videos of week 3. Okay. Okay, I will increase my volume. Yeah. Is everyone finding my voice too low? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I hope now it's clear. Okay. Yeah. So this is the data which is given, brand_data.csv. So this during the course of this previous run course, you are asked to download this particular CSV. In your present course, there are different data files which are available for downloading, and during this time there was another file known as brand_data.csv. So I'll show you how this file looks like. So this is the brand_data.csv. Only these many entries are there available: brand, type, cost, and price. Okay, I hope you can see. So this is the data which is present inside. So I'll come back to the screen. So this is what is present in there, and the question is, what is the right instruction to read the file into a data frame df_brand with 4 separate columns? So those who have gone, okay, so what I'll do right now is I will put these files in your course drive. Okay, those who are solving with me can go to the course docs which I have shared in the problem solving session tab, and you can access from there. Others can look at the things which I am solving right now. So let me just upload that. Wait for a moment. So I hope you understand which is your course. I'll just show you that. So this is your course page, right? If you go to problem solving session and just problem solving session recording, you can go here and see here. So I am Elsa, so you can go to this particular drive link. Okay, and so not this one, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, right now you can see week 3, right? I have uploaded all the things which are needed. Okay, so you can go here and check that. So back to our problem. So which is the right instruction to read the file into a data frame? So what you can do is, these are the options which are given. We'll explore the options one by one. Let me come back to the screen. Yeah, the screen is visible, Kanan. Okay, people have already. What do you want? Okay, just wait a moment. Just go to your course tab. Okay, everyone has enrolled for the course, I think. So go to the problem solving session tab. Okay, and when it comes problem solving session recording, it's there. Click here too. Okay, and right now here CS68 Python for data science. So you can see here week 3, access from there. Okay, later after the class I'll be uploading the IPYNB files also. So this is your link. Okay, if required I can just place the link there. Not that one, sorry. Okay, so that is the link. So anyway, so people have already put, let me just see the answers. So D and B, okay, people have put like that. All right, so what we'll do, we'll check each option one by one. So first what you have to do, you are working with now the pandas library. I hope you have gone through this week's videos, right? Okay, so if you have gone through, you might have come across with pandas library for data frames, for operations on data frames. So what can you do is, like, first option is like pd.csv brand underscore data .csv. So this is a .csv file. That's why we are calling the function read underscore csv. Okay, and this particular function has many arguments, which is like, first should be the name of the file which we are accessing. Next is whether to take the specify an index column or not, and whether to specify any row as a header. Okay, so many other options are there. We'll see one by one. Okay, so just if I run this now, I'll get an error, because why? I haven't uploaded the file. Okay, so there are many methods by which you can upload a file. Right now I'll be directly uploading it. So you can go to the files tab that you see here right now and upload. I'm going to upload it from my system. Okay, so first one, so right now it is brand data. Okay, I am loading it. Okay, and now if I am running this option, I will get brand, type, cost, price. Okay, so just see the right instruction to read the file into a data frame df brand with 4 separate columns. Okay, so we need 4 separate columns. Actually there are 4 separate columns, right? You can see that here. Okay, but when we run this option, like putting index call equal to 0, okay, what happened is that our first column was taken as an index. Okay, usually in Python it will automatically give indexing. Python indexing will be present and it will be put like 0, 1, 2, 3, but in this case the brand was taken as an index. That's why this is not a correct option. Okay, so if we had just, so rest of them are fine. Okay, just I will take this thing and place it here, and I'll remove this particular thing. Okay, if I do that and put it here, this is fine. Okay, so there are 4 separate columns present. Okay, and header also is taken nicely. Okay, so that is fine. If this had been an option, it would have been correct. Now this I am just showing simply some other thing. Okay, this we'll come to later also. Just tell you what this is right now. Okay, so if you have SCP separate or a delimiter, then that is used to separate the CSV file. Okay, so header 1 equal to 0, or okay, that I will tell you. So just I will take that file here right now. Okay, so the file looks like this now. Okay, this is the original file. The first header equal to 0, I mean the first row has 0 1 2 3 entries. Okay, the second row is brand, type, cost, price. So in Python indexing, the row 0 is having 0 1 2 3, row 1 is having brand, type, cost, price. So that is why when you give header equal to 1 as the header file means you'll be giving titles for your Excel files, right? Just that is the meaning. Okay, so the data has some, the column has some title over it, or column has some label. So the 0th column has the label brand, next column has the label type. So if you have to specify in that way, here you have to mention your header equal to 1, because in the first row, in row equal to 1, your header is present. If this particular CSV file was like this column was not present, like 0 1 2 3 was not present, then you could have put header equal to 0. Just I'll show you the variation how it happens. So for example, so right now we have put header equal to 1. Okay, if I had put header equal to 0, then the answer would have been the 0 1 2 3 would have been the label. Okay, because 0 1 2 3 is the first row, or the row 0 of our particular file. So we don't want that row 0 because it's just doesn't contain any information. We just want the row 1 which contains this one. So I hope, Shubham, that's clear. Is that clear? I am using Python notebooks only. You can use a Jupyter notebook for running the same file, or you can use Collaboratory. This is Google Collaboratory. Okay, so that is just, you can search collab.research.google.com. okay, and these same files you can open in a Jupyter notebook also. So Jupyter notebook, if you want to use, you have to have usually an Anaconda navigator or a Miniconda distribution. Okay, and then you have to install Jupyter. Just I am showing you since you have asked. Or have you used Jupyter? Okay, then it's fine. Anyway, you might know. Yes, so let it load in the background. So this is your that depends. Just I'll show you the original file also. So this brand data right now, see the first row is like this. The first row had 0 1 2 3 there. If this was not there, okay, if this was not there, so right now the file that we got consists of this particular row. If it was not there, then you could have put header equal to 0. Is that okay, Moksh? Yeah, okay. So this is the Anaconda navigator, and you have many other things like Jupyter notebook, PyCharm, Visual Studio Code, everything, anything you can launch. Okay, and it will launch in your default browser. And the difference is that if you use Jupyter notebook or Jupyter Lab is also there, you will be using the resources of your own system. If you are using Collaboratory, you will be using resources available in the Google Compute Engine backend. Okay, that is the difference. Yeah, then so this will come to it later. So option 2 we will see df underscore brand equal to pd underscore read csv. Same thing, I am loading again. So this is the option 2. Option 2 doesn't have, what is the difference in option 2? This index call equal to 0 is not there. okay, and header equal to 1. So this is a right answer. Many of you have answered it right. I think B is correct. Okay, so there is brand, type, cost and price, different variations are there. All right, now option 3 is df brand pd dot actually you are supposed to type it and run it. Okay, you can if you need time you can ask for it later. I'll share this file. All right, okay, df brand. So I mean okay, yeah, or maybe I think let me see, but it will take some time. Okay, next time I will do. df underscore brand is equal to pd dot read csv brands data, index column equal to 0, header equal to none I have put. So if I am running this particular data, then, and just for showing I'll do that. So if I am putting header equal to none, we are specifying that there is no header row which is present. So the answer will come like this. All rows will be put in the data frame. Earlier, since we had specified that there is a header, that's why the answer will be coming okay. Now if you don't specify a header, everything will be coming. So option C is not good. And just another variation I'm showing, this was index column equal to 0. So 0 is like this. If I had given index column equal to 1, then the answer would have been like this. The type column would have been taken as the index. I hope you understand. So option 4, df brand equal to pd dot read table brand underscore data dot csv, delimiter like this and header. Okay, so if I do that and if I run this one, then also it will be coming. Okay, is it all right? So you can use read csv as well as read table for reading this one. And if you are doing that, you need to mention delimiter equal to, yeah, this is like CSV files are what, comma separated values, right? So just if I open this in an Excel, it will automatically show in terms of different columns, because CSV is being converted to an Excel format for displaying by Excel. It is done by Excel. But if you open it in the form of say I'll open it in a notepad, you can see this is the real format which is in which it is stored. Shubham, you can see 0, 1, 2, 3. So if you are reading, this is actually the format of the file that we are given with. This is the CSV file. So if we are doing the read underscore CSV, it already knows that it is a comma separated value which we are uploading or which we are putting here. So it will automatically take the delimiter. Delimiter is what is in between, what is separating the different values. Okay, so right now here a comma is separating the different values, brand, comma, type, comma. Okay, but if you are doing the read table, it is automatically reading a table. So we need to specify what is a delimiter. Okay, what is separating the contents. So just if you don't give that, and if you are typing this one, we will see what happens. So if you are not giving it and if you are typing it, you can see here. No, you can't use any other thing, because this is right now comma separated values. Sometimes in comma separated values itself you can have semicolon or some other signs. Okay, if you are seeing different signs there, then you can use the delimiter as something else. Okay, if in between it was semicolon, you could have used it there. Okay, but right now it is comma only. Comma is separating the values, that's why you are using delimiter equal to comma. So since I didn't give that, see what happened. It is taken as a simple, simple column. There is another option also, like I think you might have seen it also in your class. If you are giving separator is equal to like this, and if you are printing it, then also the same function will happen. This means that your separation between the values is given by a comma. Okay, so separator, if some other things are coming, it is advisable to use separator. Okay, if some other semicolon or this colon, as you have mentioned in the chat, if it's coming, you it's better to use the separator. Okay, okay, I think then, so the answer will be B and D. Just I'll admit people who are coming. So answer will be B and D. So I think many people have, so for the same file above, brand underscore data.csv, which parameter in pd and .readcsv will help to load the data frame with selected columns as shown below. So now you have to select columns from your data frame. So your data frame right now looks like this. Okay, when it is loaded correctly, then from that data frame you need to separate brand column and price column. So what would you do for getting that? So the options are index underscore call equal to brand price, skip rows brand price, use calls brand price, none of the above. So what you have to do is, first you have to load this data again, and during the loading you have to see the different options. You have to place the different options. So I'm getting answer as A. We will see. So first one I'll run. Okay, so first option is index call equal to brand and price. Please note that I've given it as header equal to none, so that is a problem. Anyway, first we'll run this one and see what happens. Okay, so index brand invalid, like that it is giving. Okay, so just what we will do is brand underscore data, just we will see the data once again. So brand type cost price is there. Okay, where is this header present? Header equal to 1. If you are giving only, it will take it as a column name. Right now they are saying that index brand is invalid because, just see here, I'll close this one, header equal to none we had given. Okay, that's why the error had come. So same thing I will just give with header equal to 1. Okay, so the same option I'll give here with header equal to 1. Is this visible? Yeah. So if I do that, it is coming, but we'll see what is the answer. Okay, so C, and this one will be like this. Brand price will be taken as the index column, and type cost will be the answer. So those who have given the answer as A, just see what is the answer you're getting. Okay, our question was like, we have to get brand and price only. We don't have to put any index. Okay, we don't have to specify any index. We just want to get brand and price as the answer. Okay, so yeah, people have put different answers now. That's fine. Okay, so you can see this is not the option. Now next one, I've just put it like this just for showing you. So it will be like, if I've just put index call, so I hope you understood the functionality of using index call is equal to some list. Okay, that means that this particular thing will be made as an index column. Okay, so anyway, we'll move on to the next option. The next option B is like skip rows, like this. Okay, so these are different things, and if I am doing that, then the columns will be like this, and our answer will be in this way. So what happened in this way? This is like just the name suggests we are skipping some rows which are 0 and 1, okay, and we are putting the other rows. So that also I hope you understood. Next one is header equal to 1 is there, our file name is there, and we are using use calls, okay. So it means that use the columns for reading the data. So use calls brand and price. So this will be the answer. So this C is your answer, okay. I hope you understood that. Okay, so if anyone has any doubt, inform, otherwise I'll move on to the next one. Data from the file weather.xlsx has to be loaded into the pandas data frame df_weather, which is printed as shown. So this is df_weather, direction, temperature, wind speed and humidity. So we have to load this data, okay. Of the following statement, which of them can be used to move the column direction into a separate data frame? So we are asked to move the column direction into a separate data frame. This is kind of like straightforward only, but you need to know how you can put the brackets. That is the difference here. I mean, everything looks kind of similar, all right. So you need to see which one will give you the answer. So I'll just show you how this thing looks like. We need to first upload the data. So weather.xlsx, okay, I have loaded it right now. So that particular data looks like this, okay. As you have seen, this is the data, right? So this header file is right now in the 0th row only, all right, and you no need to specify any index column, okay, it should automatically take that. So this is our file. So what we need to do, first we need to load the data, okay, and header we are mentioning like header equal to 0, right? So we have loaded it to df_weather, okay. So one person has put an answer, I think. We will see. So df_weather is right now direction, temperature, wind speed and humidity. Option C, many people are putting option C. Yes, okay, we will see that. So first option A, okay. So has anyone raised hands? You can type in the chat window if any doubt is there. If you want to speak or unmute the mic also, you can type in the chat window first, and then I'll unmute you. I hope it's okay anyway. Yeah. So yes, okay. So the first one, what I'm doing is like the option A is df weather, and within 2 brackets they are giving the answer, okay. So this is the first option. If I am putting it to a new variable name and I'm printing it, we will see what happens. So you see, it's a data frame, direction is the title or the label of that frame, and then there is the values, okay. So it is one of the methods. So option A can be written as an answer, all right. Next we will see df direction 2. I have just named another thing, okay. So right now df weather is our main data frame, okay. From this we will be doing the variations, because anyway they are also doing like that. In the options also it's like that, okay. So df_weather, just with simple bracket, if I am giving a direction, what will happen? So I have put it to df_dir2, and I am printing it. So now it comes like this: direction west, east, north, south. Okay, so that is the second option. So just for showing you, first option is this one and second option is this one. Okay, and then the third one is df underscore weather. I am taking all, this means that using the index, okay, all the rows and just this column. Okay, so if I am doing that, now I'm printing this one, I am getting as a data frame. Actually this is the form of a data frame. Okay, this one also you're getting it like that, and if you are giving in this form also, you're getting the answer in this way. All right, yeah, data type has come as an object in this one. It means that just it is printing the data. Okay, for the second option. For the third option, there is nothing coming like that. It's coming as a data frame itself. Then the next thing, the fourth option. So just if you have put log, all and direction, the answer is coming like this. Just a variation. If we are doing like 0, 1, if I am mentioning without like putting direction, if I am mentioning like this. So earlier it was using LOC. Okay, LOC means, I think you know the difference between using dot log and dot ilog. Is that, do you know the difference between that, between them? Okay, the difference, okay, then I'll tell you. So it's like, if you are using dot log, okay, it means that it has to be specified. Okay, refers to column names. Yeah, okay, yeah, some are answering, for others I'll just mention. Like if you are using dot loc, that it means that you have to mention the name of the columns which are present. All right, so here if you are using dot loc, then you have to index or call the columns that we require by the name of that column. So the name of this column is direction. If you want to access the column temperature, then you have to call it by temperature, name temperature. Okay, and if you are using ilog, then what you have to see is, like, since ilog is coming next, that's why I'm saying. So if you are using ilog, then it means that direction refers to column 0, so you have to mention it by the name 0. Temperature refers to column 1, so that is the functionality of ilog. Okay, so if you are using ilog, and if I have put like, this means all rows and this means 0th and first column, if I am doing that, I am printing it, it means direction as well as temperature will come. Can we add other columns in option A? Yeah, option, what was option A? Yeah, you can add, that's also possible. Okay, we will try that. Just like this way, if we try, and we will see what happens. This is the thing. That will throw an error, because, okay, we will see anyway, we will see how it comes like. Just I'll copy that, since this is not option A. And Okay, so I think this is what you have put. Yeah, see, it's an invalid key. This means when there are like there is some nesting, or like in between in this one there is another list or something is there, then that can be used. But right now it is like there are only like rows and columns only present. Okay, yeah, so here it will be throwing an error because it's not in this format. What is that? In this data frame, first column, which is index. No, we haven't mentioned any index column, Utkarsha. Just see, actually our data looks like this. Oh, sorry. Okay, what is happening? It is downloading and showing. Oh, wait a moment. I will show this thing. This is our data right now, right? There is no extra columns here. Like, for example, no index columns are there, like serial number or nothing is there, right? It's directly starting with the data. So directly the header file and directly the data. So yes, so what can we do is, like, since there is no index column, nothing like that, this is like automatically anyway for the data frame, Python will give some indexing. That is that. I mean, it doesn't have any value there, it's just showing the position only. So since it is not there, this column 0 is direction itself, column 1 is temperature. Okay, so that's why when we give here 0 1, it takes direction and temperature in the data frame. If you just gave 0 only, I think if you just gave 0 only, then 0 would have come. Okay, and so option D is df weather dot ilog. So it is in this way. Okay, so when we run in this way, it is coming like that, and if you are doing in this way, then it will come like this. Okay, direction east, west, north, south. But the option 4 was in this way. Okay, I'll copy the option 4. So option 4 looked like this. What was the difference there? I had an extra bracket there which mentioned that this is the column that needs to be taken. But if you directly put this one 0, then the answer is different actually. So right now this is option D is like this one. Okay, so just I have made a mistake there. So this is option D. Option D, when I run it, it will come like this. Okay, not a data frame. ilog works if we have not mentioned any. It's like if we have not mentioned any index, meaning like, did you mean like I put like this, or because this means that all rows and all columns will be taken. I mean, this is a function, right? So some arguments should be there. Mention any index default, it will take default value if it's there, but it accepts some argument. Okay, meaning of ilog is like inherent allocation. Okay, that is the meaning. I mean, if I have to tell the complete meaning, it is like inherent allocation of Python. Inherently what is allocated. So inherently Python starts with 0 indexing and it continues like that. All rows start with 0. Indexing means the position that is given for each row and column. So if I am using ilog, it is mentioning the indexing which is done by Python. So in iLog, the first row will be taken as a 0th row, second row will be taken as 1, like that. If you are telling lock, then it means the rows that which we are defining, okay, or the columns which we are defining. So if we are defining some rows, so right now we are not defining any row names or anything. If index we are putting something only, we can put like that, okay. For example, if I go back to where we have given index, right? So I think we had given index in this place. Index column equal to brand we gave, right? So if I just use here, so okay, so right now I'll just run this once more. So this is df brand, so brand, this one is the index, okay. Then I am using the same thing, okay, and I'll just have to copy this here, and I put, okay, branch, yeah, I'll just name it. I'm using lock right now. If I do this one, and just we will take the name which is, because direction is not available. So if I run this one and if I print that, you can see this is the one, okay. Now lock means it is the indexing given by us, no? So I have given this row name as br1, okay. So instead of this one, just like we will see different variations, okay. If we are mentioning in this way, okay, then so I've just mentioned this name because I'm trying to access only one row, okay, and then we are giving, see, we will just get br1 only, okay. So if it was not there, I mean if we hadn't given that and we have given like this, means that all rows are needed. So if we, when we gave like that, all rows were there and its value was there. When we gave it a specific value, that means that the value that which we have given, wait a moment, okay, so value which we have given, then only that value will be taken, okay. Type br1, this one, whatever was there. And in log, if you mention simply like something, okay, 0 or something, then it will give you a key error, because log expects the indexing which you have given, okay. It doesn't take that ilog indexing. So I think, Ankit, are you clear with this thing? Log means it will use the indexing which you have specified, and ilog, if it was ilog, okay, if I give ilog here, then again it will throw an error because ilog doesn't accept our indexing. So type is like our indexing and 0 is like Python indexing. So both are there, so there is one, there will be error here. So I hope that's clear. So here if you want to use, either you have to give like this or you have to give any index name, okay. So that is the meaning. Yes, so we'll go back to our question. So here so this is a wrong thing, okay, yeah. Then next one, so we have gone till here, I think. So df.ilog, yeah, this is option D. Haripriya, what is the question you can ask? Do you have a question? Is my voice audible? Can anyone confirm? Okay, Haripriya, you can just maybe it's some problem, network issue in your side. So this is the file, okay, df underscore weather. Yeah, our fourth option was this one, df underscore weather dot ilog, like this. Okay, so we will go back to that option B, option C, and option D. So if I am using ilog, if I mention all rows, significance of creating a data frame out of any data. So it's like if you want to access any file for any operation in the same way like you are using an Excel file, okay, like if you want to get this particular data, you just have in Excel, what you will do, you will just see which row it is and you will see which column it is, right? So in that way, if you want to access something or access some column or row or something, you need to have it in form of a data frame. Okay, so it is like it is mentioned in a row column format, and each row you can access separately, each column you can access separately. That's why a data frame is required, so that you can clearly see that. Okay, if you put it in the name of a series, so if you are not, I mean, if you are having a list of values and if you are using a series, it's kind of difficult. You will just see in the form of brackets only. If you want to access something and see something clearly, the data frame visibility will be less. Alright, if you want to see it in the form of an Excel file, I mean in Excel file you can see in a row column format, right? So in that way, if you want to see with different rows and columns separated and access differently, it's better with a data frame. Okay, so you will continue with this data frames and do many operations, then you will understand the significance. So right now we only have 4 rows of all very less data only. If time permits, I'll show you another big data set. So with that you can see the difference. df underscore weather dot log 1 temperature gives temperature. You have that file with you, temperature, and because why means we haven't mentioned any index column, right? Utkarsha, have you mentioned any index column? I mean index row, sorry, index column. Just, yeah, that's why, because when we read this particular thing, we haven't mentioned anything, right? Okay, if you are using the same one, so for example, I'll copy this down and go to where we have put the lock. Okay, so just df weather, naming differently. So whether this one like and index, okay, index call equal to, I am putting, which one is the column? Okay, I'll put direction. So index column, if I am putting direction, which and header, or sorry, how is it like? Okay, just wait. So why will it generate the error? What have you meant? This one only you meant, right? This is kind of this Vemula, the question that you have asked. This is kind of similar to what I'm telling right now, so you can get it from here. Okay, just we have to mention row name now for LOC. Yeah, we have to mention. So just see here, So right now what I have mentioned, index column I have mentioned as direction, and if I print this one, this will come like in this format. Okay, so index is right now east, west, north, south. Okay, temperature, wind speed, humidity. And now if I give like, what have you mentioned right now, I'll just copy from yours. Okay, so you have mentioned, yes, I think this is what you have given. I'll change its name to df weather 1 dot log west and temperature. Yeah, so now if you give, you can get that. Is it fine now? Earlier it was in this form. Okay, earlier the index was 0 1 2 3. That's why when you put 1, it threw no error. So right now for rows, actually the Python index and our indexing had become same here. That's why there was no error. But the column thing is different, right? Column Python indexing is like 0 1 2 3, and our indexing is like direction, temperature, wind speed, humidity. That's why it came different. If you are mentioning some indexing for that, then you need to specify like that itself. Then what is the, yes, now it's not. Oh yeah, what was your question, Naimish Kumar? And which of them your external column type? I think this is the present question, right? You can just consult this question after you solve this one. Yes, I mean it's similar only, right? I log. Using this one you can solve it. Okay. So if anyone has any other doubt, tell me, but we haven't still looked at option 4. Okay, so option 4 is like this one, df underscore ilog, like this 0, but it's just coming like an object. Okay, that's why it's not a data frame. So this one I think I was using it for something else. Okay, I mean there are no arguments, that's why. Then if I had given it in this way, I'll come to that, Vemula. So this one is df underscore weather dot ilog. Okay, and if you are giving it like that, earlier if we just gave in this way all rows and just 0, it came like a series, you can tell. But if you are giving it in the form of this one, it will be again be a data frame. So looking at our initial options, the correct options are A and C. Okay, I mean I have shown you different variations, but okay. We can define any of the column as index column while reading that file with, you can, yeah, whatever column is there, you can do that. You can make it as an index column, but depends on whether you require that, like whether it creates any meaning in that data frame, that you have to see. You can mention anything, like you can make humidity as the index column, but it won't have any meaning. That's all. Okay, then referring to the same data frame, which statement or statements will help to print the last row? This might be easy for you. Just I'll give you some time. You can just come up with the answer. So what will be the answer? so I'm getting B. Give me a moment. What is sorry, what is that you are not getting? You can ask now. You can unmute your mic and ask. Okay, those who have asked for the notebook that I am doing right now, I'll just put in the week. Okay, just see that if you can access that in the same drive which I've put. There is that IPYNB file. Okay, joined late. Okay, I mean you'll get that. Okay, just wait for a moment. So I've got B and D as the answer. Okay, we will see one by one. So df weather pd underscore read excel. All right, just if you are looking at the drive window, you can see whether you can access that file. So df underscore weather pd dot read excel weather dot xlsx header equal to 0, and that's how I have read this file once again. And if I am doing df underscore weather, this is how it looks like. Okay, so just look at our options. First one is like dot head -1, next one is dot tail of 1, then 2 to 3, and iloc of -1. So some have given data like D, B, and B and D. We will see. Okay, so those who have right now got the file can run it and see also. So anyway, df underscore head of 1, which means that it is like this. Okay, just I've given an option. This option is not there, but if you head means what, just get the, if you have just given, anyway there are not that much code here available right now, but if you haven't given anything inside, then it would mean that the first 5 rows would have been printed. There are no 5 rows here, that's why only the 4 rows are printed. But if it was a very big data frame, and if you have just given it this way, the first 5 rows, okay, will have been printed. We'll see that later. So since we have mentioned only one row, that's why it printed the first row. Okay. Likewise, tail means that the last rows of the data frame. Okay. So if you are not mentioning anything in the tail, okay, if nothing is mentioned here, it means that the last 5 rows of that data frame. Right now we have mentioned one row, that means only the last row will be printed. All right. So first option is df underscore weather dot head only, but here it is given -1. Okay. So usually what -1 means, we have to omit something from the last, like that it will come. So if I run that option A, it will come like all the things are present is excluding the last row. All right. Now if I give df weather dot tail, that means that the last row. Okay, so it's the last row. So option B is df underscore weather dot tail of 1. So B is correct. Those who have given B, that's correct. Okay. Now next one is df underscore weather 2 to 3. All right. This option is like, it will print that, okay, but it is the wrong answer because it is the second row. Okay. Anyway, now if I do df weather dot ilog -1, okay, then it will print in this format. Okay, the format is different, but the question had asked only like just print the last row from the data frame. It didn't give, it's like it should be a data frame or anything, nothing was specified. So you can have answer as B and D. Okay, so the answer is B and D. B and D. Okay. Yes. So in reference to the same data frame, this you can say directly. We add an additional column hot day to determine whether the day is hot or not based on the values in the temperature column. So this is what they have given. This is the code snippet. So df underscore weather hot day, they are putting a new column name, and it is mentioned like np.where. So we are using a numpy operation here and seeing where this happens, where that particular condition happens. So the condition is given like df underscore weather dot of temperature, when the temperature column goes greater than 40. If condition is true, if condition is right, then it should print true. In cases where condition is not coming, it should print like false. So right now we will look what this weather looks like. Okay. So I have come so far. Yeah, here. Yeah. So this is what df weather looks like. So wherever the temperature is greater than 40, so it's greater than 40 here, second one, and here also. Okay. So that places it is finding out, and then it is putting the answer here. That's what is going to happen. But this print statement is given like this, hot day. So df underscore hot day, if you do, you will get some answer, and you are putting the second one from that. So anyway, we'll start with the thing. So just to show you where df temperature is greater than 40. Okay. So if I put like this, it will show you a data frame with wherever it is greater than 40, it will mention true, true, and in the third one it was somewhere like for 35 degrees. So that's why it's given like false, and next one also true. Now coming to our original question, df underscore weather of hot day, we are forming a new data frame, not new data frame, new column in the data frame known as hot day, where the temperature is like this. Okay. So and then we are asking to print the place in that particular column, and like this. Okay. So we will see it is accessing the second one. So to give you a clear idea, we'll print this one alone, right? So if you print this one alone, this will be the answer: true, true, false, true. And so this is the data frame, that particular column. And if you print the second entry from that, okay, if you print the second entry from that, then it will print you false, because of the indexing of Python in the second position. It is that. Yeah. So just to show you how this thing looks like right now, there is a new column formed where the condition is greater than 40, it will give true. Where it is less than 40, it will be false. So answer is fifth one. Answer is false. Okay, fifth one answer is false. Yes. So the next one, what statement would give the number of columns in a data frame? Number of columns. We can give the answer. Okay, len of df. I'm asking number of columns. So df is our data frame. Okay, since they haven't mentioned any data frame, they have just put df. So len of df, what will give? So I've got a. Okay, and any other answers? I've got C. We'll see. Okay, so we'll use the same data frame. All right, data df underscore weather is this data frame right now. Okay, you can just see 1 2 3 4 5 columns are there right now, and 1 2 3 4 rows are there. Okay, we will see some operations in this one. So first we will see df underscore weather dot columns. Third week assignment questions we are not directly supposed to discuss with you, because it's a graded assignment, right? So you need to find out from this one. I'll just help you if you have some doubts. Okay, so df weather underscore dot columns, direction, temperature, wind speed, humidity, and hot day. So if you are having this one, just if you are seeing len of df weather dot columns, so right now df weather dot columns gave in this way. So if you take the len of that, you will get 5. Okay, so A is right. Now len of df is like df is the whole data frame. If you give len of df, you will get 4. It's not the number of columns, it's coming like the number of entries in that, which will give you the number of rows. Now the third entry is df dot size. So if you give df dot size, then it will give 20, means like the total number of columns and rows. I mean 5 into 4, like that it will be going. Total number of elements it will go. Okay, so answer here is A. So A and B, did you mean this one, this particular question? I hope it's clear with you now. B was like the whole data frame, they have taken the length. That means that the number of rows will be taken usually. Okay, yeah. Now the file students.csv contains the attendance and total scores for 3 separate students. This data is loaded into a data frame df underscore study, and a pandas cross tab is applied on the same data frame, which results in the following output. This is the data frame. So we'll first access that data frame from here. Okay, just I'll go to that specific location, and yes, so here students.csv, and so here if you see, this is students.csv written. Okay, this is the data frame. So we are asked to find out which students scored the maximum average score for all 3 subjects, which subjects has the best average score for all 3 students. So df underscore students pd.read csv, same things, just the data frame actually looks like this way. If you have seen the data frame again, I mean I've uploaded it. This is the data frame. Okay, subject, chemistry, maths, physics, all. Person, there are missing values here. Okay, if you can see it here, there are missing values. Then there are the people who have got the marks for that particular thing. So coming back to this one, so this is the data frame. All right, and if I run this particular thing, I've mentioned header equal to 0. All right, so header is taken as the names of that, and since missing values are there, okay, here you can see that it comes like this way, person blank. So it came like that, NaN, not a number, not a number, like that it came. So so what I have to do is, like, I have to see which student scored the maximum average score of all 3 subjects and which subject has the best average score. Okay, categorical mode. I think you are trying to find the answers for the present assignment right now, right? Wait for a moment. Okay, yeah. So first what you can do is missing data. There is one thing here, right? So first you can remove that first one. Okay, since it doesn't have any particular value available and it is not of any importance here, you can just do like df underscore students dot drop label 0, access 0 means I am using this drop operation in the row. I am doing a row operation, and in place equal to true. I hope you know the significance of that. In place of true means that it will make changes in the original data frame. So if I do this, if I run this one, and if I am printing this particular this thing, now it looks like this: subject, chemistry, maths, physics, all. All right, and we are asked to find out the average of all these, so we don't need all anyway. It's already here to find out which one has the highest one, but still, anyway, since if we didn't have that, we will see how to do that. Okay, if we didn't have this all column, still we need to know how to find out that particular value, right? So first what I'll do is, like, I'll drop this also, the labels all, which contains some total average of all these things. So I'll drop that one also. So that means that I have to use access equal to 1, which will give you a column operation. Now just I'll use all these things to know how it is stored. So df.info will give you subject. So this is also one question in your present assignment, I think. So it will give you the information about all the columns, how many non-null values are there. So right now there are 4 entries, and since I had removed the first row, there are no null values right now, and what is the data type of each of the column is there. And if I do a describe, it will show you like this. Okay, count, mean, median, everything will be there. Median is represented by the 50%. All right, and so mean is represented in this way. Okay, now df underscore students dot mean. Okay, now we are going to the question for finding out each of them. So if you put df underscore students dot mean, access equal to 0, numeric only equal to true, I am giving. Okay, since one particular access has an object, that's why I am giving that. So you will get, like, for chemistry, maths and physics, this is the value. Okay, so this is like for subject, for each subject, how it will be like that. And if you are finding out the median value, so in the question it is just like asking the average score and best average score. Okay, in case you are asked to find out the median value, just you can type, instead of mean, you can type df underscore students dot median. So okay, so this is the median mean value and median value. You just don't have to type 2 separate statements like this. You can always do a df underscore students dot describe, where you can directly see the mean value for each of the subject and median value for each of the subject. Okay, just different ways of seeing everything. and then df underscore dot students dot mean. If I am putting access equal to 1, that means it's like column wise it will show you addition, it will give you an addition, or I mean not addition, it will give you a mean. So this was what was present in the all column. Okay, if you remember, it had already had that all column. So it, from there you can understand that the second entry, which is like Rekha. Okay, so Rekha had the maximum average score, and the subject which had the maximum score is Max. So the answer for this particular question is D. I hope you have understood. We'll go to the next one. The following histogram shows the number of books read in a year. Okay, so this is a histogram, and it is showing a KD plot also, K density plot also. This I think you have seen in your slides. So you have to find the mean and median in the above histogram. You can quickly answer. I'll just show you the thing once more. Okay, just maybe for this one I will reduce the size. Okay, you can see the 4 options here, right? E is none of the above. So okay, since you have seen the options once, this is, yeah, mean and median. Okay, so it's given like 8.5, 8, 8, 9. Okay, I've got answer as D. So here what will happen is like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you can ignore these 2 also. So if you ignore, it's like 8. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think everyone is putting D, so I think it's clear. Anyway, the mean and median will come around like 8 and 8. Okay, answer is actually D only. I think it's clear for everyone. Now the next one, for the following box plot, which among the given options are the median and the outlier? So this is the box plot. I think you have seen it from the slides. So can you answer? Okay, I got B. Anyone else? So anyway, it's not clear values. Okay, I mean in between values only are given, but you can kind of see that the median will come around yeah, some people are like B or D. Okay, anyway, just see, like, I mean in B and D, if you look at the first one, 22, 23, it's difficult to confirm. Okay, that's fine, but the next one, you see the outlier is not at 50, right? Anyway, if it was at 50, it would have come here. So the answer is B for that one. So everyone, I mean this green line represents the median. Okay, and this one not represents the outlier. I hope that's clear with everyone. Yeah, so the answer for this one will be B. Okay, then data frame df log has the following data. This is the data, so many missing values are present in between. Okay, so all the NaN or null values in the column C1 can be replaced by 0 value by executing which one of the following statements. Okay, so for this one I have to upload this values.csv right now, and then after when it is uploaded we will do one by one. So the first one, okay, right now we will see how it looks like. Okay, so just I'll take this one separately and show you. So df underscore logs pd dot reach csv like this it will come, and if I upload that, so it will come like in this way. Okay, so C1 D1 like this it is coming. All right, so in our question it is like C1 is in this way. All right, NaN D1 B1 like that. Okay, so we have to see by replacing by 0 value. Okay, so this is the data frame right now. There is an extra column which is like 0 1 2 3 4 right now there. That happened because in our original data frame, this is not the one, this is the data frame. Okay, there was one serial number kind of place was there, 0 1 2 3 4 already present. That is why our data frame came like this. Okay, that is why our data frame came in this way, and A1 B1 C1 D1. So what we have to do, we have to first drop this particular column. That's why I have given df logs dot drop this one, access equal to 1. That means it's a column operation, and in place equal to true. So if I do that and run this particular one, then now it's in the correct form. Now we have to do the filling operations. So first we have to find out where the filling missing value is present. So we are accessing only this particular column now. That's why df underscore logs of C1 dot fill na 0 in place equal to true. If I do that and I am printing it that one, it's coming like it is filled with 0. Okay, answer is true. Next one, option B. So option B is like pd.read.csv. I mean everything I've given together. Okay, these two operations we have done already. Now the next one is dot fill na 0 in place equal to true, and if I am printing df logs, every other NaN values is getting replaced by 0. There is no problem in this particular option. Only the thing is like in our question they have asked just to fill C1 with 0. That's why A is the answer. This option also is right only, but for our particular question the option is A. Now we will see option C. So this is similar, and next one is fill na 0 in place equal to false. Okay, earlier it was in place equal to true, and then in place equal to false. So in place equal to false means just for displaying it will display like the changes being done, but there is no direct changes done in the original file. So if I run this one, I'll still get like this only when I'm doing this. Okay, so just if I do in a separate thing, if I just give like in place equal to false, okay, it will display filled with 0. Then again I'm just like I am doing this operation and I am printing it, then I'll get this like this. That means that there is no changes made when in place equal to false. Okay, now the next option is like C1, okay, dot fill na d1 underscore logs in place equal to true. So the difference here is that, okay, these two are same as earlier, these two lines, and in this line instead of 0 they have put df underscore logs of b1. That means that whatever entry is there in b1 it gets filled in c1. Okay, so if I run this particular thing and I call this one, the answer will come in this way. All right, b1 and c1 will be similar. So answer right now I think you can understand that the answer is A. All right, yeah. So I will just go to the present course, and if you have any doubt in the present course you can ask, but I'll just help you only. So week 3 and assignment. Okay, any question, or we will start with some visualization. Okay, one person had asked about let me just see. Okay, this particular thing. Okay, looking at the question itself, we'll try to answer first one, right? You can tell me. Flavors of cocoa. Which of the following variable will have null names? Okay, I think it's Vemula, right? So someone is putting review date. Okay, this is your data frame. Just I will open that. Okay, this is your data frame, right? So we need to find out where there is the thing. Okay, so it's a very big data frame, right? So coming back to that, yeah, many people are putting the answers itself. So what you can do is, okay, which one has null values? So you can just do an info to see whether there are anything. First you need to read it, okay, and you can do like this. You can find out null value and sum of null values, or you can just do an info which will show you, I mean, you will get the total number of entries and you will get the total number of non-null values. From that you can find out whether there are null values in your particular variable. Okay, so like this you can do many things, right? Question number 2, I haven't checked. Okay, let me see. Is it week 2? Diamond CSV. Oh, so this is diamond CSV. Okay, this is the cut, color, clarity. Okay, so for plot a box plot for price versus cut. Then let me see, I have to download that. And I'll copy from somewhere. Yep. Diamond.csv, and what was the, okay, like this. Okay, it's loaded, right? Yeah. So header, we'll see how it looks like. And first, okay, so this is the 2 data frames that you have got right now are bigger data frames, right? So first step, once you get any data frame, is first you should see how it looks like. So first you can do a head operation here. Okay, so this is your first 5 rows. All right, now describe, yes, it will give, I'll come to that. Now first, when you get anything, first you have to do a head, then a tail, just to see how your data looks like. Okay, and so this is like these many rows are there that you will come to know, and then you will have to, this is the operation that you have to do for each and every data set that you get. Okay, and sample means if you mention how many samples to take, you'll give, I mean, randomly you'll get some samples. Okay, just to know how your data looks like, just for that. So this actually, this particular column is not needed, we will remove that later. But anyway, next what you can do is, so first you have done a head, tail and sample. Next you can do an info. Okay, that is, I mean, steps where you can do. Okay, so here you can see that 5 this much entries are there, and most of them are non-null. All right, and some are given as caret, cut, color, clarity, like this. Okay, so some are objects, some are float values. All right, next if you do, so this is the fourth step, and the fifth step is describe. Okay, this will give you primary information about your data set. Okay, so describe gives like this. Okay, so your question was plot a box plot. Okay, for price versus cut from the data set diamond CSV, which of the character cut have the highest categories under cut? Okay, wait, so cut is right now an object value. Okay, so you have to see the median, you have to have it converted to an integer. Okay, so cut right now it's category only. Okay, so we will see. All right, yeah, so have you learned about, I just want to ask about, have you learned about grouping or group by in your present week? So the usual describe looks like this. Okay, usual describe looks in this way. Usual describe looks in this way, and here you can just see the count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, 25, 50, 75, max. Just I will so here now if I am putting all, there are extra things coming, like, so these are all for numerical things, right? Count, mean, standard, mean, like that it will come. Then if I am not using that, if I am giving include, then it will come like unique, top, frequency, mean, standard deviation, minimum, 25, 50, 75, max. Yeah, this is like, it's a combination of not alphabet, you can tell like it's stored like a string or an object data type. Okay, string comes like an object data type. So if it's a combination, so right now this data set is a combination of numerical as well as object data types. So you can use this one just to see how it looks like. Okay, so I mean usually most of the information about the data set you will get from here. So right now cut has 5 unique objects. Why caret is coming like caret or price is coming like NaN? Because they are numerical values. Okay, so numerical values you can't have a frequency, right? Or you can't have unique values because they are continuous values. That's why in the unique tab, cut shows 5, clarity shows color shows 7. Okay, these are all object things. Cut, color, clarity and all are object columns, and caret, depth table, price, x, y, z, all are numerical columns. That's why for them the unique things has come like NaN, because it cannot be defined. Then another thing, next thing is like top. Okay, so top is coming like which one has the highest frequency. Okay, so Bhargavi, you can get your answer maybe right here now, because kind of you can get your answer, because this one shows that since it's a categorical column, cut is a categorical column, ideal is the highest category which is coming, and its frequency is 21551. Okay, and for color, G is the highest top category which is coming, and number of times it is appearing is 11292. Okay, so these are for the categorical columns. So 1, 2, 3, these are all categorical columns and numerical columns. Then for the numerical columns, price. So price is another numerical column, and for price we can have a mean, as well as standard deviation, as well as all those things, and a median also. Okay, so when you draw a box plot, usually it will have a median value, okay, right, and outliers, everything you can observe, right? So that is there. And for the cut, you will have to see. Okay, so they are asking you to plot a box plot for price versus cut from the data set. Which of the categories under cuts has the highest median price? So for this one, you have to take these two data sets separately. Okay, and we will see how to plot the box plot. So I think you have gone through box plots, right, in your present week. So what we'll do is, like, first anyway, I'll just have to drop this particular unnamed column first. So what we'll do is, like, dot drop. Okay, breaking, is voice breaking? Okay, so what we'll do is, like, first we'll drop this column. Yeah, and Senthil has raised a hand. Any question? Okay, anyway, yeah, unnamed equal to 0, and next one we can tell that in place equal to true, and we have to put axis equal to 1. Then just see how it looks like here now. So just wait a moment. So yeah, so this one, what we'll do is, like, for box plot, have you learned about Seaborn messages, Seaborn library? For that, I think which is that? Yeah, I think it was there in your thing, right? So what I'll do is, like, yeah, so what I'll do is, like, I'll import, I mean, that is more visually good. Okay, so we can do, like, so from things, I think I'll be first what I'll do is, I'll create a figure, and I'll have to give the plot also. And I'm using matplotlib also, and this one. So right now I'll be doing, like, this I'll copy here, and I'll give something like figure size, fixed size, I'll give like 15 commas. Yeah, okay, just, yeah, anyway, then I can use SNS. We will see what directly if we do what we'll see. Okay, so right now we have like price and cut. Okay, we will see directly what happens. Okay, usually it should be like between things which are numerical. So we will see what happens if we give like this one. So for this one price, I will copy here and y as equal to, I will put cut, right? So that one, and then I'll put some palette, yeah, palette as what something, and yeah, and data we have to mention like data is stored as df dia. We will see what happens. Okay, so box plot and anything, I mean I'm just doing a basic plot, I'm not labeling anything. Okay, then labeling we'll do later. So we'll see what happens. All right, so see, I've used the rainbow palette. Okay, you can just go to Seaborn library and see the different palettes. Okay, so there are some things I mean you can do it later. So this is the box plot. Now you can see, so this is the price and this is the cut. So your question is plot a box plot. We have done the box plot with price versus cut from the data set. This one, which of the categories under cut has the highest median price? So just look at, I think I'll reduce the figure here so that you can see it in one figure. Yeah, now you can tell me the answer. Which cut has the highest median price? So Senthil is putting premium. Okay, is it like that? Okay, what I can do is like, just for good visibility, I will do a grid also. Okay, so just wait. PLT dot grid. I hope you all know the different things. Okay, so everyone is putting premium. Okay, how about fair? So it has good, very good, premium and fair. So what is the answer you have got, Bhargavi? Have you tried it? Because it's ungraded, right? Okay, just anyway, when we are looking at this one, the median is coming in this way, right? This is the median. So the highest median comes for fair, right? Okay, any other question? You can put in the window. Okay, seems like similar Okay, I mean, just to see, I mean, you can plot. Okay, I'll send this copy there. Just see that this is line is going like this. Okay, I mean, grid you can reduce the size maybe. Yeah, but just see similar. Yeah, but if you see, it is like closer. If there is a line, it's not there. So anyway, I mean, you can just see that, right? Yeah, so this is actually the basic one. If you want to make many changes, then you have to go to that Seaborn library. Okay, Seaborn library, you can just visit there and see different things. Yeah, this yeah, I'll just show you color palette. See, many palettes are there. If you use, like, for example, I think I'll increase the window. Okay, so palette is like a set of range of colors. Okay, so there are different ways in which you can select. So this is one type of palette. Okay, many palettes are there. Just so if I give palette is equal to something, okay, these are different palettes. I can put rocket, flare, crest, magma. See, different palettes are there just for easy visualization. Yeah, so this is right now the colors which are available in the rainbow palette. That's all. Any other questions? I actually have another data visualization thing. Just I will tell you the different things there. I hope you have looked at the different things. Okay, so the things which I had is univariate, bivariate and multivariate plotting, and maybe if time is less today, we can see it in the next one or the extra class. So I'll explain about bar, line, area, histogram, KD and donut charts, and then for bivariate plotting, scatter, regression, hex plot, scattered stacked bar chart, bivariate line chart and pair plot, and then multivariate scatter plot, grouped box plot and violin plot. Okay, so this we will do later. All right, any other questions? Next class, meaning like for week 3, tomorrow there is a class by another TA, and for week 4 the first class will start on Friday. My class will be next Saturday. This box plot and how many data outlier? Yeah, so many outliers are there which is given by this one, but that you have to see. Okay, it's like these outliers can have some meaning, but sometimes outliers might be like just random values that you have to see the values. Okay, so it's like, so what predict meaning? What do you mean by that, Vikas? You can unmute and ask or put in the chat window. Now this was the data given by the data set, right? I mean, it's present in the data set only. Okay, it will have something, some abnormality will be there. It has some abnormality, that's why the outliers have come. But sometimes data will be okay also. So sometimes this will happen because this is actually a very big data set, right? We have to see whether it can be identified, definable or anything. Okay, that is done during the data analysis part. So we have to see whether those data has some kind of a meaning. Since it is having like these many number of data, that's why most of the things that is lying around the median, it has taken in this way. Best 3, I didn't get that. Pramod,
How many assignments are considering, madam, for score? Three or
okay,
two?
if it's given as graded, I think it'll everything will be considered. Okay, I'm not that much sure about how it'll be taken. That you can put in the Google groups and ask, because that is the grading is decided by others. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Okay then, everyone. Yeah, I'll upload this updated notebook.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, so thank you everyone. Have a nice rest of the day.